soon we'll have out the new Raisin Detra Red, and also a new Amarone style red that I'm making that's been aging for 3 years that we're going to bottle here before the end of the year. It's not as sweet. It's going to have a tiny bit of residual, but more of it's made from Cabernet Sauvignon, and that will be coming out soon. So we'll have some more wines to play around with for a blue cheese event.
So Michael, this is Ben Bjorn, and I'm disconnected from my video, unfortunately. The Amarone, so you said it's made with Cab Sauv?
Yeah,
so you're gonna,
yeah, basically.
So
sorry, go ahead.
Like a ripasso, where you're going to have the skins added back to the wine, or not?
No, actually, what we did is we took the tobacco barn, we put Cabernet in the tobacco barn, and instead of drying it all the way like we do for the raisin to 35 or more bricks, and then having a lot of residual sugar, we just took it up to about 28 bricks, and then fermented it almost completely dry, so it has about 1% residual sugar instead of the raisin, which is 5% or more residual sugar. And it's been aging, so it's like it's a 16% alcohol, the tiny bit of residual sugar wine that's been aging now for 3 years. And so it's something I made a small quantity of, and I've been holding on to, and it's now going to go into the bottle. Problem is, I need to come up with a name for it. That's what the delay is. I can't think of what I want to call it, so it just keeps sitting in the barrel until I can come up with a name.
Perhaps we can take a poll.
Yeah. Any suggestions, please, send them my way. And if I use your suggestion, there might be a little commission for it.
You can name it Hannah.
Huh?
Hannah. Name it Hannah.
Hannah.
Hannah Hamaroni.
Hannah. There you go. I might have to name it Hannah. That's a.
Only if it's
I know.
good.
Huh?
Only if it's good.
Only if it's good. What are you telling me? Only it's good. What else would it be? It'd be.
Mm.
All right. Any other comments, questions?
Hannah, my Manchego was only aged 12 months. I joined the party and planned to do this later than I think everybody else did. So I went on a cheese hunt. My Manchego was not as salty. Does it get saltier as it goes?
It does. So the saltiness that you're tasting, or that you will taste, is because of the evaporation of the liquid. That's why older cheeses are a bit saltier. That's why they have a little bit of nuttiness. Sometimes they have protein crystals called casein crystals. And that's all due to the evaporation of that residual liquid from the cheese making process. So as it leaves, there's less moisture in the product. It's less humid and thus saltier. So
thank you.
Well, thank you so much for putting these tastings together. This has just been an amazing respite from what we're all going through, and we're learning so much from both of the chefs. And I do hope that you'll find new pairings and ways to share more with us that we can keep signing up for.
thank you, Louise. It's good to hear that. I appreciated it. It made me, it challenged my learning, it challenged my knowledge, and made me a better cheesemonger and better with wine and cheese together, which, I think I need to still improve on. There's a lot more wines to taste and also a lot more cheeses to eat.
Well, hopefully, my goal is to get back there in December now, since maybe after the 1 month lockdown is over, I can get back there. I need to get there. And we'll definitely plan the next trip I'm over there to do some kind of event together from France that we could all participate in. So,
thinking fondue, Mont d'Or, raclette, melted cheese and wine.
no, I don't think that'd be good, Hannah. Not a good idea.
Yes, please.
Please.
Yeah.
How to make a perfect fondue. You can do a tutorial.
And Hannah, there's another question in the chat
Sure.
asking if you're going to do cheese tours in France one day. Once it's over.
And that gives me, 7 months to figure that out. I will let you know. I'm this summer I was able to meet some of our suppliers and my farmers for the cheese shop I work, and some of them are open to accepting visitors to the farm. So I think that's definitely something we can look into. My goal is to keep learning, keep growing my knowledge, and meeting more cheese people in the area. So it's definitely possible that by May we could do some kind of, gastronomic tour of the area, incorporating cheese and visiting some suppliers. There's none that are like super, super, super close, but it makes for a nice drive in the countryside to go see them.
We want you to know that, Ryan, you did? Yeah. Okay. It's not that we care for cheese. We want to help you in your studies. So we would like you to continue to do this. And we'll help you to become better at what you want to do.
Can I help you to like cheese more if I do my job better? Can we work on?
Oh, yeah.
Product? I want to create cheese lovers everywhere. That's the goal.
Well, Hannah, I think you should do a newsletter. I think you should have some kind of, newsletter you can send out to the Wineworks family customers. Feature different cheese or something that we could, put out to our mailing list.
I think if I did that, I would just go ahead and figure out how I could send you guys all the cheeses I'm eating here. I think I could put the same amount of work into figuring out how to do a small batch export company to Wineworks customers exclusively with, European cheeses.
Well, Hannah, what we could do is figure out a way to do a shipment direct to the winery, and we kind of have a cheese club, and everyone can pre-order.
Yeah.
And your selection, and then see how we can get it here.
I think that's I have a lot of free time in front of me this next month. There's basically nothing else to do besides go to work, eat cheese, come home, eat cheese, and think about cheese. So this might be my confinement project.
Anna, you're living the dream. That sounds like my dream.
To be stuck inside with cheese? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I have a puzzle too, so we're good.
Michael, how was the latest harvest?
The harvest in Virginia is officially over as of over a week ago, and it was a good harvest, not a great harvest. There's some varieties that really came through nicely. Other varieties are just more average year. I wouldn't say bad, but just an average, an average year. But there's a couple that are really strong, like the Petit Verdot and Tannat this year are fantastic. The Viognier is really nice, and the Petit Manseng are solid. They're not like through the roof great, but they're nice wines. So this year here was challenging because of all the rain. It was a much longer season than we've ever had. We finished 2 weeks later than we normally do. And but the season in France was the other extreme. It was the earliest season, one of the earliest seasons we ever had. I was back here September 6th, and it was all done over there before we really even got started here. And so the season there was a hot season, which makes for great big heavy wines, but not a high yield because it was so dry, such a hot, dry summer. Everything kind of dried up. So it was a very low yielding vintage in Burgundy, but very good quality, really good quality. So, but yeah.
I'll look forward to the Tannat. That sounds good.
Yeah, the Tannat I think is really a standout. I think overall that's the best wine we have here in this, of all the varieties that came in this year.